Tally is one of my favorite.
The last few weeks we forgot to take out the garbage. So yesterday we had a bunch of back trash that needed to go out. As TKO makes sure the Fed takes a nosedive, when this company finally is dead, everybody would know why. The booking sucks. Here we go, y'all. So back trash is officially in the books, and I hope you got your pots, your pans, your spatulas, and other utensils because this company is cooked. Now, was this the worst PLE of all time? Nah, not really. I'm gonna be honest, man. But it was still like preparing a steak medium rare. It was extremely mid, and this show could have did without a lot of things. First starting off with Danhausen and mini Danhausen in a match that should have only got booked in a circus. For the life of me, I don't understand why Triple H is booking this guy like he's about to become the next Rock or Stone Cold. It seems like this man has been living under a rock and his creative has been stone cold, and it's driving me crazy. WWE is about to make a huge mistake overexposing Danhausen. We done seen this dude on every PLE, every Raw, every Crackdown since he debuted. At a certain point, it just becomes too much. First, we got the Gingerbread Man funeral on Crackdown. Then we got him in a fake laboratory backstage. Now we gotta deal with a mini-me version, dog. Oh, this is literally OD. And no, I don't mean overdose. I mean over Danhausen. And dog, if I see one more segment, I'm going to snap! The laziness in WWE has reached a new level, and speaking of laziness, that actually is a good segue to my next subject. What is going on with the production setup at these PLEs, man? Back trash literally had the same setup Raw and Crackdown got every week. Back in the day when it was actually called Backlash, when they actually was putting together good pay-per-views that the setups meant something, fans used to look forward to seeing the stage was gonna look like, whether you bought the show or attended live. Now WWE just recycles the same setup over 90% of their shows, so TKO executives could cut costs and stuff their pockets with more millions. When is the integrity gonna come back to the Fed? Like I always say, it's the little things that make the storylines and the product look good as a whole. Look at what AEW did yesterday. They literally was on a golf course and the setup was fire. They had wrestlers fighting on the golf course, getting thrown off stages, and it actually felt like a cool event and a good environment. Meanwhile, WWE could care less how the setup looks because the executives at TKO doesn't even watch the product. This is crazy, man, but I gotta give them credit for one thing. Just think about it. You got a show called Back Trash and the setup look garbage. Now I'm gonna be real, Back Trash wasn't the worst show in the world. Shout out to Asuka, shout out to Io Sky. Those two women went in that ring and put on a classic, man. Thanks to them, we avoided an absolute disaster. These women went out there and really stole the show, man. They gave us a heartfelt moment at the end when they finally squashed their long feud and hugged it out in the middle of the ring. This was one of the best women matches I've seen in WWE in a very long time. Now there's reports floating around online that Asuka could be possibly retiring, unfortunately. She posted a cryptic message on Instagram with lyrics basically talking about walking away. Then after the match, she's standing in the middle of the ring looking emotional, tearing up, and man, this was crazy. WWE really fumbled the ball. First Kairi Sane and potentially Asuka now, and honestly, I wouldn't even be shocked if Io Sky leaves within the next few years after her contract is up too. So if the rumors are true, shout out to Asuka, man. Hopefully this isn't retirement and we get to see her on the indies or maybe even AEW, because I definitely think she got a lot left in the tank. Now a lot of y'all heard John Cena make his announcement that was supposed to shock the foundation of WWE. Now I'm not gonna lie, it actually was something nobody guessed. We all thought it was gonna have something to do with Club WWE or maybe another sponsorship. But no, it's the John Cena Classic, a tournament where somebody gets crowned champion and there's a new championship. But here's the kicker, y'all. You can lose and still become champion because the fans get an opportunity to vote. So for instance, if Jelly Roll enters the John Cena Classic and enough of his fans vote for him, then he'll be inaugural champion. Great! The only thing about that is, none of this just makes sense. And this was the announcement that was supposed to shock the foundation of WWE, a Cena. This was as shocking as running into traffic during rush hour. Dog, this just doesn't make sense. So you could just lose the whole tournament, turn around and still be champion? Dog, when you win the title, you should be gifted a thong as well. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Mansour? Because the creative for this is ass backwards.
I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Exclusively on BobbyMonsoon.com. Y'all asked for it and it's here. The Why You Say That t-shirt. I want to thank everybody that's copping the merch, that's liking, commenting, subscribing. Man, Seth Rollins, he had a match with Gunther, but besides that, I don't even think he had, any other matches. Maybe on Raw, I don't know. Bottom line is, not having no house shows, not being on Raw and Crackdown, you get less reps. When the lights come on, you can have a few botches here and there. Still, Seth Rollins, great. Braun Breaker is great. It was a solid way to start off the night, man. You had interferences from Logan Paul and Justin Timberlake from the Vision, man. But nobody was there to help Seth Rollins. We didn't get running from the Street Profits or nothing like that. Montez Ford already told Seth, man, I wasn't helping you. I'm worrying about getting them tag team titles. So everything stayed on course as far as the storyline. But now I'm thinking, where do we go from here, man? Are we gonna do the click, copy, click, paste with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, or are we just gonna let it go at this point? This was a feud that had a lot of potential, but it just fell flat, man. So we'll see what they do from here. Next, you got Trick Willie, Mr. Lemon Pepper Steppers, going over Sami Zayn, retaining the title again. Dawg, they got me 2 times in a row. I thought both times that Sami Zayn was going to go over on Trick Williams at WrestleMania 40 Snooze, and I thought it was gonna happen at Backtrash, but it didn't. Trick Willie won. Of course, I have no complaints. They need to get on track with booking Trick Williams correctly. He's been booked close to perfection ever since the Gingerbread Man came through and messed things up. Things got a little weird. Now that the Gingerbread Man storyline is hopefully gone, we can get Trick Williams back in the creative that's actually gonna put him in a good light. Now, this is the thing, y'all. We got enough time to do the Gingerbread Man gimmicks and the Danhausen and the mini Danhausen and all of that. Let's bring real wrestlers like, what's that guy named? Carmelo Hayes! Let's bring him back, bro. Let's get him back in that U.S. title picture. He didn't do nothing but hold the title down month after month after month from crappy creative on Crackdown. And dog, he needs to be shown some respect for that. He at least needs another shot at the U.S. Championship. Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, it's a lot of history there, man. Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, they had a crazy feud in NXT. They could continue to tell that story on the main roster. Hopefully, Trick Williams doesn't get put in a random feud that's not going to do anything for him, man. So we'll see, dog. This match was fire, though, man. Sami Zayn, he using everything. He using the still steps, trying to take Trick Williams out. You got Little Yachty in there interfering when the match was over. Little Yachty, I guess he thought he was at the strip club, y'all. They in Florida. I thought he was at one of them strip clubs in Tampa. He started throwing ones in the sky, not even to the fans. He was just throwing ones in the air in the middle of the ring. I guess they swept the ones up, then put it back in his pocket. I don't know, man. But fire match from Trick Williams, firework from Little Yachty, good work from Sami Zayn. The first 2 hours was solid of Backtrash. Man, if I was a casual fan and I was watching ESPN2, I would have been like, oh man, Okay, maybe I should pay the $30 to get the ESPN app. But the second I download the ESPN app and I got the next match that came up, which was Danhausen and Mini Danhausen, I would have snapped. That's the next match, bro. Oh my God. I gotta recap this, bro. This was a circus act. Seriously, dog. And basically, WWE booked himself into a corner. I was going to be mad if it was Jelly Roll. I was going to be mad if it was Royce Keys. I was going to be mad if it was Obafemi. I was going to be mad if it was Mr. Iguana. I'm going to be mad if it's Mini Danhausen. It was no way. It was no mystery person I would have been excited about, including CM Punk, bro. So, whatever, man. They had a match. Kit Wilson and The Miz, they're just two jobbers, dog. Kit Wilson was on fire online like 30 days ago. 30 to 45 days ago, Kit Wilson seemed like to have a promising future. Just the music, the TikTok going viral, you know what I mean? The song going viral. And WWE completely ruined it by piss poor booking. And as far as The Miz, he just always loses, so it's nothing new with him. He had a spot with the fire extinguisher where he faked through the fire extinguisher on his eyes, then he fire extinguished Kit Wilson. It's just, this whole match was a clown show, bro. Seriously, we had enough of a clown show on Crackdown. Now we're getting back-to-back clown shows. One thing I hate is a circus! After that, you got Io Sky going over Asuka in a fire match. This was a banger! This was a banger, man. Asuka, Io Sky, a bunch of cool spots in this match. The only thing it was missing was Kairi saying, before they locked in, you heard, we want Kairi, we want Kairi. But unfortunately, as much as we chant it, it ain't gonna happen, dog. WWE is done with Kairi, and I think Kari's done with WWE. Asuka might be done too, y'all. They're saying that Asuka's gonna be retiring, like I said in the beginning of the video. If she does, man, salute to Asuka. I just really wish that Asuka could have done so much more in WWE. We could have seen so many other spots, man. And I've been saying this for a long time. I don't know why WWE handcuffed the women in the women's division. And AEW, they just let them go wild, man. If the women want to take it to the next level and get slammed on glass and be in ladder matches and blood and guts matches, Tony Khan says, go ahead, dog, because the women could perform on the level of the men, bro, if they're given the opportunity. In the Fed, you're not given the opportunity. You're getting redundant, stupid storylines like Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And I wish they take the handcuffs off and let these women cook, bro. Because you got a situation where Asuka been in the Fed for a very long time. And her career is solid. But, dog, it could have been legendary. Next, you got the last match. Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns. This was solid, you know what I mean? I expected this in this match. You're going to have your commentator spot. You're going to have Jacob Fatu acting crazy, trying to choke out Roman Reigns. You got Roman Reigns overselling. You know what I mean? I actually thought Jacob Fatu was going to go over because Roman Reigns going to be gone for June. But, no. Roman Reigns wins. Jacob Fatu, who knows? They saying Jacob Fatu might be missing for a few weeks, so who knows with that, man? He done beat up the staff. He threw Adam Pearce in the ring. Maybe they suspend him so he can have some time off. I'm just so over this bloodline storyline. What is Roman Reigns going to do on Monday, y'all? Let me guess. At the end of the show, and Usos come out. It's just us, Us. And now plug in somebody else. If Fatu's not around, just plug in somebody else. It's just like, God, the bloodline storyline sucks. I'm just so over it, man. Roman Reigns, just change your character, bro. Please, dog. It's time for a reinvention, bro. You gotta reinvent yourself, dog. This whole bloodline aura tribal chief is getting boring. Shout out to Roman Reigns, I love bro, but God, give me a break, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. Back trash! Delivered on the garbage, man. This was a mid pay-per-view, you know what I mean? After this, I'm gonna tap into Farewell, the AEW pay-per-view. It was only 1 hour, but I'm hearing those fire, man. Darby Allin versus Pac. You got the Don Callis family. Mark Davis winning the national championship, and you got Megan Bain and Lena Cross. So I'm gonna tap into that for my AEW people. WWE just, you know what I mean, just phoning it home again with a PLE. So we'll see Raw on Netflix. We'll see what snooze fest they give us there. And I don't know, man. It's Mother's Day, so y'all enjoy y'all Mother's Day. You know what I mean? Everybody that's actually celebrating, and I'm gonna just take it easy, dog. It's been a long week for me, man. That I'm still pissed off, honestly, about that gingerbread man funeral. I gotta buy a new table. My mic is cracked. I got, you know what I mean? I gotta fix some stuff in the room because, man, I really went nuclear on that, bro. So let's hopefully we could get this Saturday night's lame event without anything stupid happening. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!